Unfortunately, our lives, the lives of virtually everyone in the world, have been hijacked by a minority of less than human beings who have gained the power to take control of practically every facet of our life. This power has been created by their dominance of money, which has afforded them the opportunities to manipulate laws and governments and exert social influences and create endless distortions of the truth to eventually enslave us all to their will. Whatever your viewpoint of life is, this fact is unarguable. Please do not be intellectually naive to try to counter this, especially before you do sufficient research yourself to make an informed counter-argument. Regardless of the underlying reasons, it is inescapable that money is simply a necessity for life, in our world as it currently is. So, you have to earn or gain somehow. The more money you have, the more comfortable, in basic terms, your life will be. However, if you are having to make too many sacrifices, in terms of your time spent, or the stress you are under, to get it, no amount of comfort will compensate for this. Your health will suffer, your relationships will suffer, and your true life, the experiences you should be having, will simply pass you by. This is what financial freedom is all about. Earning, gaining, attracting enough money into your life, without having to spend 2/3 of your time, or literally killing yourself doing it. If you do enjoy your job, or your career, or vocation, happy days, this is a blessing for you. Your destiny has created this opportunity for you, in terms of providing the right situations and circumstances that you responded to in the right way. You are probably already following your passion. However, remember there are also other experiences that you need to get the most out of your life. And only time and financial freedom will allow for these. If you don't enjoy your job and do it just for the money, to make ends meet as they say, you are simply a slave to the contrived and thoroughly corrupt income system. And what's more, you are paying income tax for the privilege of being a slave. Not a great situation to be in. You are not living, you are simply surviving, perhaps with a few distractions thrown in, mainly from a TV or a mobile phone, to make survival survivable. By paying income tax, you are actually paying the controllers to enable them to afford to maintain, and ever increase, the total control they have over you. All income tax is used for nothing more than paying interest on the loans made to governments by the privately owned banks, effectively the world controllers, who created the money out of thin air in the first place. They simply printed figures and numbers on valueless paper, or entered digital numbers into a computer, and there you go. You have your loan. It cost them nothing. But the profits they receive from doing this are immense. This is the job you want: create money, any amount you want, for zero cost, then lend this money to a government at high interest rates, and then get the government, that you now control, to tax their inhabitants, by force, for the sole purpose of ensuring you get your money back, with massive interest profits. Actually, this is not the job you want, the biggest lowlife scam on earth, because karma would surely get you. No, we have to fight above this demonic greed and self-interest, and to be really successful, we need to get our money by fair and just means. And whenever possible by helping others. There is an abundance on earth, of everything a human being might ever need. It was created that way. Overpopulation is a myth. Personally, I do not believe there is anything like the 7 to 8 billion people on earth, that we are always told. No one knows how many people there are in the world. How can they? Any figure given is simply a guess. If I suggested the world's population is nearer to 5 billion people, that is also a guess. However, after all the research and information that synchronicity sends my way, and by connecting dots for the past 10 years of my life, I believe my guess is as valid as that of anyone else. Anyhow, even if the population figure is above 7 billion, our Earth could comfortably support triple, or even quadruple that amount. If everyone lived in harmony with nature. Scarcity and famine, and poverty, are deliberately created. Or, at the very least, allowed to happen, as a control system. and 80 to 90% of the world's natural resources that are the true birthright of everyone, and 80 to 90% of the wealth, and 80 to 90% of the land mass of Earth, is now owned or controlled by a very tiny minority of self-appointed royal bloodline and Jewish families, which they have arbitrarily taken for their own agenda. This is a fact that cannot be argued. So, now is the time to start fighting back against the world-ruling cabal. Get your life back from out of their control. Of course, you can never be totally free from their avarice and greed, and their lust for power. But, you can at least significantly reduce their influence over you. Please wake up and realize that you are far more than a greedy cabal's tax-creating puppet. You have a God-given mind of your own. Use it to effect a change in your mindset, and by doing so, you will affect your circumstances. Understand that you have far more power over what happens in your life than you imagine. In fact, if you can imagine a more positive situation than the one you are in now, you can manifest it into being. Of course, it is not quite as easy as that. However, by watching this video, you have now started the journey to getting your life back. The first thing you must do is lose all fear, or at least, as much fear as you can, from your life. Fear is the lowest and most dense vibration emotion in existence. It will, very effectively, stop any and all of your attempts to manifest your dreams and desires. Reading my book Making Money Mindset will not immediately banish all fear from your life. But, it will set you on a path of positivism, which will eventually help you to reduce your fears to insignificance, allowing you to attract abundance into your life. Packed with information you need to know, and practical steps to follow, and even financial opportunities to take advantage of, this is perhaps one of the most powerful books you will read this year, to get your life back. See the description below for more details.